or like whatever. But I felt like she kind of like hit somebody too. I don't know. I got to go back and watch the clip.
Yeah, because it seemed like your reaction was like, bitch.
Like, let me go. Like, because I wanted to keep fighting. Like, because at that point, it's like, I'm on that. You know, like my adrenaline is rushing.
The fight with you and Big Lex. People are happy that she fought you. Why do you think there's so much hate for you online? We kind of touched upon that.
Oh, yeah, the hate train thing.
Do you feel that at any point Lex had a valid reason? We talked about that. I would say no. Where do you stand with her? Because we hear that she bit your nose at the reunion.
Can you see it? You can see it.
I
have great skin, but it looks like, you know how people have like a nose ring and they get like pulled out? That's all it really looks like. But she got big teeth. She got a big mouth. It's real wide. She got big man teeth. So
yes, I see it.
Woolly mammoth teeth.
Yes.
Went into the side of my nostril.
But she said
I bit her first. And I'm gonna tell you why I bit her. I did bite her first, and I bite that bitch again and again and again and a motherfucking again. And the reason why, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because when I fight people, I'm a very fair fighter. I don't fight people to hurt them. I don't fight people to try to I don't fight people really with malice in my heart. If you see, like you said, on the internet, excuse me, like Mona said that when I fight people, I be hugging them. For me, if I want to go blow to blow with a person, I can go blow to blow with you. But I feel like when I be doing that, it's kind of like, all right, bitch, let's just get it over with. Like, because I don't have no real issue with you for real. What are we fighting for? Make it good for TV, but let this shit go for real. Like, stop. Because what is it? Why don't you like me? Or why don't I like you? Like,
did you hug this broad at the reunion?
Who?
Girl, I'm asking you. Big Lex, did you hug?
La Cienega?
Did you hug her at the reunion? Because baby, let me tell you something. Now,
we was fighting down. I ain't gonna lie to you, baby. Let me tell you something. We was fighting down.
So you telling me, yes, you hugged this broad again?
I might have. I don't remember because it was like going on. I remember fighting, but I remember we fell to the ground.
She didn't drop you.
It wasn't like a drop, but we did. So she do this thing when she fight where she like
clip the leg. Shoot
the we call it shoot the cag.
Okay.
And she did.
At the reunion.
She did it when we fought at the luau.
I saw that one.
And I feel like she did it when we fought at the reunion. She did, actually, because we fell when we were fighting, but I think that was the cause of it. And I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. But the question was about the bite.
Yes.
So the reason I bit her is because I never had no issue with you. And you wanted to get on TV and the internet and act like you had such an issue with me behind Gretchen, a non-black woman, saying the word nigga. And you felt like I bullied her. And you made that your driving force the whole season, when every time the cameras weren't on, you was cool with me and you wanted to like me, and you know there was no issues.
Right.
But then when the cameras came on, you felt like you had something to prove, or like a chip on your shoulder, or like whatever it was. And you went so hard behind a non-black woman saying the word nigga, and she bit me, and you felt like that was the person that you wanted to come in and you wanted to defend. And because you wanted to come in and defend the bitch that bit me, and I ain't have no issues with you, and even when we got to the reunion and I still didn't want to fight you and you still pressed it, I fought you and I bit you, because now you need to know what it feels like. Now you need to know what it feels like to be bit by a bitch that you ain't got no issues with, or whatever the case may be, because you're doing some shit on a humbug. So now you can feel just as enraged as I feel and she feels, because I beat Gretchen at the reunion too. I tried to bite that bitch's finger off, and I'll do it again and again.
Is that why her hand was in your mouth?
Her finger, okay, so we fought, and so I bit her hand got close enough to my face, and when I grabbed her finger, like her finger was like this. Like, you know, whatever it was. And when I grabbed it like this, I have veneers. Well, what it is I have veneers in my mouth. And so I had to get implants in 3 places. And so before you get your implants, you have to get screws put in your jaw. And I had flippers on top of that kind of like covered it, so it's not like just like a hole with a missing tooth, like,
Right.
you know, like a hole right there. And so when me and her fought, when I bit her like this, my flipper came out. So it wasn't like she hit me in the mouth and my tooth came out, because it never gave that. My flipper from where I was having dental work done came out. That was all it was. But, you know, I let the internet, of course, always run with whatever stories that they're comfortable with or whatever makes them, you know, feel good at the end of the night and the beginning of the day.
We wrapping up. We are wrapping up. Tristan, thank you for being
We didn't
here.
get 50 questions in.
We had 46. Okay. Who was your favorite new baddie from this season? Your top 3 and why? Out of the newbies, quote unquote.
My number 1 favorite newbie was Jasmine Renee. Because in my opinion, she exudes bad bitch.
I agree.
And it does not come down to your fighting skills or your ability to defend yourself. She is unapologetically her. She stands up for herself. She speaks up for herself. She knows how to advocate for herself. And if anybody's doing something that she don't like, she checks it. She also physically defends herself. And she's just a bad bitch. You seen them clothes that she was wearing?
She's always fly.
Did you see the wigs?
Always fly.
Did you see it?
Always fly. Baddie
She
number
is
2.
fly. The second person that I really liked is Pretty P.
I love her too.
I love Pretty P, and
she's so awesome.
I did not get a chance to really just get super duper close with Pretty P this season. But whenever I had a chance, I always gave her flowers, because she is a girl that's not afraid to get out into the paint. And she's a one-man show. She not looking to have an alliance with this person or have an alliance with that person. She was a girl when we filmed, she stood on her own 10. And if she fuck with you, she fuck with you. But she wasn't jumping in this person's fight because you got an issue with them and that's who she cool with. Or, you know, she wasn't, you know, like me and Natalie, she wasn't mad at her friend because her friend didn't jump in her fight, or her friend didn't have her back or whatever. She did her own shit. She came into the show by herself. She held her own and she did what she was supposed to do. So I like her. That's a bad bitch to me. That's a baddie to me. Like
the third girl, third newbie.
I would say Ivory.
Yeah.
I like Ivory because I feel like I understand her a little bit. Even though like I don't really know her like that, you know, just based off of the few interactions that we had like off camera, like on our off days, she's a sweet girl. And I feel like she's very misunderstood. And I feel like Ivory kind of probably like had to live like a hard life. And I feel like people judge her a lot, or people don't really take the chance out to really get to know her, but she's cool as fuck. And I like her. Like, I feel like them was the 3 girls that I kind of like paid attention to the most. You know, I outside of the girls that I was like into it with,
them 3 is it for me.
Them was the 3 that I felt like did real good. And even within the Gross sisters, Dolly is the Gross sister that I liked the most.
Yeah, Dolly is the standout.
Yeah, she is.
Why aren't you going to Africa?
I'm not going to Africa, number 1, because I do not want to get vaccinated.
Okay.
You have to get vaccinated to go to South Africa. There's like a yellow fever vaccine or something that you got to get. And when I went to Nigeria and when I went to Ghana, I ain't have to do that. Like, when you know people in high places, or when you know people with a little bit of coin, you ain't got to do certain things. They just, you know, take care of it for you.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
And so I did not, honestly, I'm an anti-vaxxer, like, and I stand proudly and firm on that. I did not want to have to get the jab in order to do that. But also outside of that, I've been to Africa more than once, and I didn't want to do that. Like, because I do care about what people think about me. I would be lying if I said that I didn't. And I just can't do that one. Like for me, it was like, as a person
Africa. That's what I think.
as a person from African descent, like my family is Cape Verdean. We're West African. Okay. And even outside of that, me going to Africa twice and just seeing how the people there live and operate and how peaceful they are. And I know it'd be some bullshit going on, but when outsiders come when outsiders go to Africa, they go to Africa to find peace or clarity, or like pick up pieces of their soul that is missing, or, you know, like whatever it is, or just to really embark on a beautiful journey and like see what God has to offer in a beautiful place that we always heard. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be that. I did not want to go to Africa and fight and be in an environment where people is like, Jela is really not who y'all think she is. She's supposed to be all this spiritual la 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 la. And now y'all see this bitch in Africa doing all of this. She can't, like, I can't deal with that. Like, they already be tearing me up on social media enough. And that'd be enough for me. Like, to go to Africa and act a whole mother.
As soon as I saw the Africa trailer or clip, I was like, oh Lord, this about to be a shit show. We're going to lighten up the mood towards the tail end. I have some close-off questions, but I want to lighten up the mood. I want to know what comes to mind when you see this photo, okay?
Okay, Lord. Can I get a little...
Water?
Give me some more liquor. I drink like my daddy.
Yeah. I want you to give me one sentence, one full sentence that comes to mind when you see whoever you see. And don't cop no plea now. Don't cop no plea.
Okay, I don't have to be politically correct. I'll give you a little bit of...
Give me a little sentence. Give me one sentence. Just one sentence. Now she had to sip first.
Because, I mean, I was waiting for that. Even if my name was 99, you still couldn't check me.
Hey.
Gra gra boom! This is my bitch Scotty, and she runs the South.
Yeah. What comes to mind now? You're thinking way too hard.
I just be thinking about her and Teddy.
Okay.
Diamond's crazy. Diamond's fucking... when I see this of Diamond, I just can like see her like running up Pretty P and hitting her in like that first, you know what I'm talking about? That's what, when I see this, that's all I think about. They not like us. They not like us.
Hey. Do you think he's attractive in this photo?
Not to me personally. I think that he is a good looking man for someone that is attracted to him, but... for me, but you know what? He's cool as fuck. You know what? I actually met him before.
Okay.
So I'm gonna tell you a funny story. So before I was on TV, I'm be real. I'm for real. He cool as fuck.
Yeah.
Him and his whole team, them some cool ass motherfuckers. I people.
Okay.
So when I was just literally like a girl, and I was in my 20s, I used to be a leasing agent. And so this was, and I used to always listen to Pandora, and this is when his album came out, like Mad City, Good Kid, or like whatever, you know? And so I used to always listen to that album every single day at work, like on Pandora, or like I had like his Pandora station. So like his songs used to always come on. And so like I learned like the lyrics to a lot of his songs. And he ended up coming to Houston for a concert, and I was like in the front row. I was like standing up. I was singing all the lyrics and like just into it because I just his music that heavy. And so like one of like his managers or whoever, they end up coming and getting me like from the audience, like, oh, you so lit, like, you know, whatever. And I end up going like backstage with them and like hanging out with them, and that was just so cool. Like,
okay.
But yeah, I Kendrick. I like Pretty P. She a bitch that stand on her own. Okay. She on her own 10. She don't need nobody to rock with her, and that's why I like her. Beyonce?
Jasmine Sullivan.
You know who I thought this was at first? Do you remember from Flavor Flav, the girl that said, Beyonce, I look like Beyonce. Tell me she don't look like her right there. Tell the truth and shame the devil.
Lord Jesus, you did not know who that was.
I did not know that was Jasmine Sullivan at first, but
I understand. I know exactly who you're talking about.
tell me she don't look.
I can see.
Don't you move.
I can see what you're saying.
But tell me.
But you know that's
I'm not. Wait. Wait.
All I see is blessings. Got no time for stressing. Don't believe in failures in my life. It's only lessons. They just making room for what I'm